guys, it is me, Klarissica, here on Klarissicasays, where Klarissica says it all, and that's how I feel. So we are back with another video. Guys, today we are going to discuss generational curses and breaking generational curses. It is about time that we've done this video, or we should have did this video. It's about time. I'm posting this video up right here, so if the glare is too much for you, I'm sorry. It's okay. Bring in some extra vitamin E and D. We all need it, right? So we're talking about breaking generational curses on this video, and a lot of us need to go ahead and hear this. A lot of you guys need to break poverty generational curses, relationship generational curses, love generational curses, unhealthy generational curses. When it comes down to the way you eat, the way that you carry yourself, your self-esteem, your self-love, all of those factors can go into a generational curse. But today we're just going to talk about the basic topic: breaking generational curses and things you can do to break generational curses. So in order for you to evolve and get to the highest state of being that you would like to be, regardless of your religious, spiritual, whatever you want to call yourself, I believe personally that you have to break generational curses, which means you as a being will have to stop doing what is considered to be the norm. You will have to step out of the norm and start to create your new norm. What's the norm for you? What is your reality for you in order to break these generational curses? A lot of people have generational curses that are good and bad, but it's still a curse that in a day will not benefit you in the advancement of your evolution as a person. So what I mean by that is, a good generational curse could be somebody that always put themselves last. So you always put others before yourself. Yes, that is a good generational curse because you're doing things for other people, but at the same time, it's not benefiting you in the evolution of your being, yourself, because you are not getting the most out of life because you're putting other people first and you're not considering your own needs, wants, and desires, because all you are doing is considering other people wants, needs, and desires. And so when I mentioned that as an example, when a generation curse, that goes as deep to putting your husbands, your wife, your kids, your anybody, your coworkers before yourself, and you always end up getting the short end of the stick. So yes, it's a good generational curse because you're doing these other people, but it's not benefiting you. A bad generational curse could be an example of poverty, for instance. Your family, your uncle, your grandma, your grandpas, all of them always lived in the hood, always lived, on welfare or food stamps or this or that, or whatever. And you don't take the understanding, or you don't willingly want to face the facts of what the reality is that your family has been in years on end, and you don't do anything different but with the same thing they do, and you stay in poverty. You have to break that generational curse. You have to be the one. Somebody has to break it, and it has to be the person that goes out. And I hate when people do that. When people talk about generational curses and poverty and all that, they always talk about go to college. No, that's okay, you go to college, now you put yourself, you're still impoverished. People that go to college are still impoverished if you can't afford to pay them student debts, baby. Because them student debts, depending on how much you get or take out, can get pretty hefty when you have to pay them back every single month. I know somebody got paid $200, $300, $400 every month, and that's a big penny coming out of your check every month. And if you're not making enough money to suffice that, then you're in debt, which is still poverty. It doesn't have to just be people being on welfare and all that stuff. No, that's still considered poverty, impoverished, an impoverished mentality, okay? But back to the point, I just have to say that. But in order to break that generational curse of people being on welfare all the time, in the hood, this and that. You have to take yourself away from that. Move to a new area. Get a job that you normally wouldn't get a job for. Study. Yeah, study. Doesn't mean study in college, but study. Study the things that you want to do. Study different ways to make money. Study different, aspirations that you may or may not have, and things that can inspire you to do something different than what the norm is in the situation that you are in. Okay? So, yes, college can definitely be a good thing for you to do, but make sure that if you go to college, you do invest your time and energy into finding a job and a way out, or finding you connections and networks that can benefit you. There's no reason to go to college if it's not going to benefit you in the long run, just to say you have a piece of paper. But if you are taking that step in it and you know that you're doing everything within your willpower to make it make sense, then yeah, that's definitely a way to break the generational curse. Because people that go to college all day, every day, that still end up impoverished and in poverty. So no, just going to college does not break a generational curse. But yes, you stepping out your comfort zone and meeting new people and putting yourself in a new environment, which college can give you the opportunity, can, yes, help you along your journey of breaking that generational curse. So you could do that same thing without college. You can move. You can tell yourself that I'm not going to be around this crowd of people that don't want more from themselves, that don't want to work and don't want to continue to rack up. Because a lot of times people like to get the scammers and the people that don't want to work a 9-to-5 and all that kind of stuff. But people don't understand that you have to start working to get to those really good paying jobs. Whatever, you have to start somewhere. Rome was not built overnight. So you have to get past that generational curse mindset of I don't work for the man and I don't work for 95, to get to the point where you are making 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, even 100 at some of these jobs with your experience. Your experience is everything. You're not going to just come out and make $100,000. No, but you're going to gain that experience to do so over time, or find ways to let the job that you're working at for 40, 50, whatever $1,000 a year help you get to a point where you can create a business or invest, or be an angel investor into something that can get you to make $100,000 with being employed with a company, or even help you start something that can make you make $100,000 or more by yourself without having to have a backbone of a company giving you money every 2 weeks or weekly or bi-weekly or monthly or whatever. It can happen, but you have to have that aspiration, that goal, and that mindset to break the generational curse that gets you stuck in the same recurring limbo that everyone else around you is doing. That's just an example. There are generational curses that people have when it comes down to marriage, where they don't see anyone in their family married or kept in a long-term relationship, so you don't get married, or you don't know what to do on how to stay in a long-term relationship. You have to break the generational curse. You have to learn. You have to do your research. You have to get mentors or mimic relationships and see what they're doing that makes it works for you to go ahead and get to that point where you can be married and be in a long-term relationship. The generational curse is on being overweight. Everybody in your family's fat, overweight, big boned. Just because you're big boned does not mean that you cannot be healthy. Stop doing the things that are causing your families to have diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer, and all that other stuff because of the way that you eat, the way that you do not exercise, the way that you carry yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And you have to break it. These generational curses come every generation, and it's going to take somebody to break it, and that needs to be you. You need to break these generational curses. There's no way that you have 3 generations of fat people, big boned people with high blood pressure, diabetes, all these things, and you don't see that's a problem. That's a problem. Start eating healthier. Start eating smaller portions. Start exercising, drinking your water, getting up and doing something that's active. Start doing that. Stop going out and looking at everybody around you scamming and don't want nothing else more than for themselves and this and that, and are comfortable where they're at. Stop being comfortable. A lot of generational curses are because you're comfortable with being the way that your family has been for years on end. Stop being comfortable. This life is about exploring and expanding. A generational curse could be not traveling. There's people that I know that have stayed in the same exact area forever. Their family has never gone out the vicinity of that state or even vicinity of the city that they are in. And that's crazy to me. That to me is a generational curse. You got to travel, baby. You got to break that generational curse of being so grounded and closed-minded to the area that you are in. You're never going to be able to experience life and other things if you don't step out your comfort zone. And that right there is breaking generational curse for you to go out and travel. You know, there's a lot of different generational curses, a lot of different examples I can give to you, but those are just things that come off my mind, off of my mind. And it's time for you to break these generational curses. You cannot say you aspire and dream and want this and that for yourself, but don't take initiative over the generational curses that you have within your family, within yourself, that needs to be broken. In order to get to wherever you want in life, you need to work on yourself. You cannot have love unless you love yourself. You cannot have success unless you're successful within yourself being. So break these generational curses, figure out what they are, do some spiritual work, do some shadow work within yourself, and find out what these generational curses are and break them down one by one. I'm telling you, it's going to make a world of a difference when it comes down to you manifesting and getting the things that you want in this life that you are living. I promise you. And once you start to understand what generational curses are and what they are for you and how you can break them down and what you've been doing to change your life and break those down, please make sure you leave them in comments down below. Let me know what they are for you. Let me know what things that you've been doing. Let me know how it's worked for you. Let me know how they have benefited you within your manifestation process. Let me know, conversate with me and give me your engagement so I know that I am actually helping 1, 2, 3, 4 anybody out there that is watching this video. So that being said, I will see you on my next video. I appreciate you following my channel. If you have not already followed, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Don't miss out on any videos that I have coming up every week, because I do post weekly, sometimes daily, and you don't want to miss it. So make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my great content. And yeah, I hope this video helps somebody out there, and I will see you on my next video. Peace, love, and blessings. Bye, guys.